today, so I'm really excited. I got to read some of my kindergartners this morning, but I'm going to read this book right here. It's called Bark, George Must Be a Puppy. George's mother said, "Bark, George." George went, meow. Is that what a dog says?
No. But I got the names mixed up.
No, George, said George's mother. Cats go meow. Dogs go bark. Now, bark, George. George went, quack, quack. Oh my goodness. No, George, said George's mother. Ducks go quack, quack. Dogs go arf. Now bark, George. George went, oink. No, George, said George's mother. Pigs go oink. Now bark, George. George went, George's mother took George to the vet. "I'll soon get to the bottom of this," said the vet. "Please bark, George." George went, meow. The vet reached deep down inside of George and pulled out a cat. "Bark again, George," said the vet. George went, quack, quack. The vet reached deep, deep down inside of George. And what did he pull out?
Duck.
Pulled out a duck.
Yay, ducky.
"Bark again, George," said the vet. George went, oink. The vet reached deep, deep, deep down inside of George. And what did he pull out, friends?
Egg.
"Bark again, George," said the vet. George went, moo. The vet put on all night iPad.
What?
It's by Android. Has anybody ever read Goodnight Moon? Or your parents?
Yeah, Goodnight Moon.
So this is kind of like the same thing, but with an iPad. So let's check out Goodnight iPad. I'm going to let you look at the picture first. So you can see that there's a lot of technology. Look at all the devices that they're using. They have a computer. Looks like everybody has a tablet. Somebody's even Skyping right there, and it says, "In the bright buzzing room, there was an iPad, and a kid playing Doom, and a screensaver of," what is this a screensaver of? Birds. And it was a bird launching over the moon. There were 3 little nooks with 10,000 books.
Whoa.
Does anybody in there have a nook that you get to read books online? Anybody have? I'll have to confess to you guys, I don't like to read books on my devices. I like to read books the old-fashioned way, like this.
My mom has one.
And this one's kind of hard to see on the computer screen, and a huge LCD Wi-Fi HD TV with Bose surround sound, 6 remotes, and 3D. I'm going to kind of zoom in here so you guys can see all of the things that are happening in that room. Look at everybody watching this huge TV.
Even the
There's Tom doing back in the corner there. He's just kind of sitting there watching everybody trying to sleep. And a BlackBerry ringing with Eminem singing. And he's saying, "Yo, yo, yo, with your mama, you gotta know." And the new Facebook friend with texts to no end. Look at him. You see what that word is right there? Tap, 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 tap. Look at all those taps on the screen.
100 taps.
So it looks like brother is burying his head in a device, not paying any attention, and a viral clip of a cat doing flips. What is he watching on the computer?
YouTube. I love YouTube.
Oh, here's Mom. And the bings and beeps of emails and tweets. And you can see all the ding, beep, pop, all those different sounds. Sounds like it's a really noisy room. And a upset old woman who was trying to sleep. She says, okay, that's it. Sounds happy. Look what she's doing. What's she doing? Taking it away. And she says, good night, iPad. Well, our little friend right here is saying, no. Good night, Doom. Good night, bird launching over the moon. What's she going to do with all the devices?
Throw them away in the garbage.
Find out. Good night, Nooks and Digital Books. Good night, M&M and Facebook friends. What in the world's she doing? What did she do?
Throwing them out the window.
Put them out the window. Oh, no. Good night, LOLs and MP3s. Look, there's a big pile outside the window.
You could just jump out.
Look at everybody in the family now. Good night, LCD, Wi-Fi, HD TV, as she goes to take the TV out of the room.
No, they should jump out the window.
Good night, remotes and Netflix streams, Android apps and screens. Good night, plugs and power lights. Okay, everyone, she says, it's bedtime. And they all said, no, do we have to? Do you guys ever do that when Mom or Dad say it's time to go to bed?
Yeah.
No? Good night, buzzing. Good night, beeps. Good night, everybody who should be asleep. Good night, pop stars. Good night, magical hair. Look at this. Check this out, friends. Look outside of every house. Look right here. Look at this house.
Oh.
What do you notice? What did everybody do? Everybody was throwing their devices out the window. That's a lot of money to throw out the window, isn't it? Good night, gadgets everywhere. Everybody's sleeping. The lights are out. Oh, look. Except for one. What are they doing?
Reading Goodnight Moon.
They're reading Goodnight Moon. There you go. So I like to tell my friends when I read this book that.
Work with.
Okay, good question, Jordan. Hi there, first of all. I get to work with, this morning I had kindergarten, and I'm going to have kindergarten here in about a half an hour, and we're going to do some stuff today on the iPad, and I have first graders, just like you guys. I have first graders at 2:30 today, and then tomorrow I'll have some more kindergartners, but then I have third grade, I have fourth grade, so I get to work from kindergartners all the way up to 12th graders. So I get to work with a lot of different kids in our school district, which kind of makes my job fun. I really don't have my own classroom. This is kind of my office, kind of a big room you can kind of see here. I'll get out of the way. You can kind of see there's a golf net back there because it's almost golf season. My kids like to practice a lot indoors, so we get to start golf next week. And then there's kind of a wall right there, and that's what my room looks like. But I really don't have students come to my room. I go to their rooms. So in just a little bit, I get to go, like I said, I get to go into the kindergartner's room. So that's a great question.
Good question. All right, thank you. You want to come up? Go ahead. Tell them your name.
Hi, I'm Abby. What name is your school?
Hi, Abby. Our school is called the Aurora Huskies. A husky dog is our mascot. So we are Aurora, and we're right in the middle of Nebraska, about 2 hours from Omaha. In fact, I'm going to Omaha on Saturday to go car shopping.
Oh, fun. How long of a drive would it take for you to get to Rochester, Minnesota about?
Oh, it is, when we came there this spring, we went to Chaska.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
We went to Chaska, and I think it was 7 or 8 hours.
Okay.
Is what it was.
So it'd take a pretty long drive for him to get here, but they could drive here if they wanted to. So, all right. How about one more question? You could take a plane, but yep,
That
you
would be
could
nice.
take a plane.
You say me?
Yep, go
Hi,
ahead.
my name's Lexi. I was wondering if you go to different schools.
Oh, Lexi, that is a great question. Actually, I'm at the high school right now, and our high school we actually have 3 separate schools, but they're all pretty close. So right now, when I leave here, I'll get in my truck, and I'm gonna go home and eat real quick, and then I have to go back to the elementary. It's just on the other side of the football field. And our middle school is just across the street here. It's not even really a street, it's kind of half a street. And so we have 3 different schools, so I get to go to all 3 of those different schools, and we have about 1,200 kids in grades, kindergarten through 12th grade.
Wow. And how big is Aurora?
Aurora's about 4,500 people.
Oh, okay. So Byron's about 5,000 people. So, and then
That's really close.
I was trying to think.
Does anybody like Kool-Aid in there? Kool-Aid was invented in a town really close to us. So if you like Kool-Aid, that was invented. And if you've ever heard of Dr. Edgerton, and has anybody ever seen a strobe light before? You ever used a strobe light? He invented that right here in Aurora, Nebraska during World War II. So there's your information about Aurora, Nebraska.
Cool. We will have to look that up. And then how big is Omaha?
Oh boy, I'd have to look it up. It's over 1 million.